Think like this, and the world will bend for you. What if I told you that everything you have ever wanted, success, wealth, happiness, could be summoned by the sheer power of your own mind? It's not just a distant dream. It's not some abstract philosophy. It is the truth. A truth Napoleon Hill discovered through decades of relentless study and that the world's most successful people understood and mastered. They didn't wait for life to hand them opportunities. They didn't let the world dictate their fate. They shaped their reality with a single weapon: the mind. In the heart of every great success story lies one fundamental truth: thinking differently. It's the secret that has driven visionaries like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Andrew Carnegie to achieve what many believed was impossible. They didn't conform to the world. They didn't think in the same ways as those around them. They tapped into a power so vast it redefined their entire existence. And today, it's your turn. The world is waiting for you to think like this, to harness that power, to bend reality to your will. Because when you think with purpose, when you master your thoughts, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way. But how do you do that? How do you align your thinking with the giants who shaped history? The first step is to understand this. Your thoughts are not just reflections of who you are. They are the architects of who you will become. What does this mean for you right now, in this very moment? It means that everything you've ever desired, every goal, every dream, is not far beyond your reach. It is within your grasp, and the path to it starts in your mind. You see, the world doesn't just respond to actions, it responds to intentions. It reacts to your belief in yourself and your vision. Take a moment and imagine yourself as a giant among men, someone whose every move is deliberate, whose every thought aligns with the success they want to achieve. Can you see it? That vision is the beginning of your journey. The moment you shift your mindset, the moment you stop thinking of yourself as less than and start thinking of yourself as worthy of success, the world around you begins to change. Think of all the great minds who came before you. Think of a young Henry Ford struggling against the world's skepticism. People laughed at him, called him a fool, told him he was wasting his time. Yet, in his mind, he could already see the future. A future where every person could own a car, where industry would be transformed. Ford didn't listen to the naysayers. He didn't listen to those who said he couldn't. He listened only to the vision that burned in his mind. That vision became his reality. You see, the secret of all those who achieve greatness is that they think differently. They think with purpose, they think with passion, and they think with clarity. And in that clarity, they find the strength to overcome obstacles, to silence the doubts, to push forward when the world tries to hold them back. But here's where most people fail. They don't believe. They don't believe in their own power. They think that success is reserved for the lucky or the exceptional, the ones with extraordinary circumstances. But Napoleon Hill, in his timeless work, laid down the blueprint for success. Believe in yourself, and you are already halfway there. If you can believe that you can accomplish what you set your mind to, you've already cracked the code. When you truly believe, it changes everything. You stop seeing obstacles as barriers. You see them as stepping stones. You stop seeing failure as an end. You see it as a lesson, a necessary part of your journey toward success. This belief, this unwavering confidence is what will transform your life. But it's not just about believing. It's about clarity. Clarity of vision. You must be able to see exactly what you want and know, without a doubt, that you are capable of achieving it. The world bends to those who have a clear vision and an unshakable belief in their own abilities. In fact, one of the most powerful forces on this earth is the clarity of purpose. When you have a burning desire, a defined vision, nothing can stand in your way. Not the doubters, not the critics, not even the challenges that will inevitably arise. Clarity of purpose is your shield. When you know exactly what you want and why you want it, you have already won the battle. Every step you take, every decision you make, aligns with that purpose. Think of Walt Disney. Walt didn't have money, he didn't have fame, and he didn't have the resources the world thought he needed. But he had one thing that no one could take away: a clear vision. He could see the magic of Disneyland before it was ever built. He could see a world where dreams came true, and while others laughed at him, while others doubted his ability, Disney's vision was so clear, so compelling, that the world had no choice but to respond. That is the power of clarity. It gives you the courage to act, even when things seem impossible. It pushes you forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. And then there is discipline. Success is not something that happens by accident. It is the result of consistent, focused effort. It's about making the right decisions every single day, even when the results are not immediately visible. It's about creating habits that serve your goals, even when they feel uncomfortable, even when they feel challenging. Think about Edison, the man who failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Imagine how many people told him to give up, to stop wasting his time. But Edison was disciplined. He didn't let failure define him. He didn't let setbacks break his spirit. Instead, he learned from them. He refined his process. He adapted. And he persisted, because he knew that success was inevitable for those who did not give up. Persistence and discipline are what will carry you through the toughest times. When everyone else is quitting, when everyone else is throwing in the towel, it is your discipline, your commitment to your purpose, that will carry you across the finish line. And in those moments of doubt, when the road seems too long, when the dream feels too distant, remember this: action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You cannot think your way into success alone. You must act. You must take deliberate, purposeful steps every single day toward your vision. But it's not just about action. It's about the right action. It's about understanding that every action you take is a reflection of your belief, your clarity, your discipline, and your vision. Every step you take must be taken with purpose. Every move you make must be aligned with your greater goal. That's how you make progress. And through it all, remember one final thing: gratitude. Gratitude is the force that accelerates success. It is the fuel that keeps you going when the journey feels long, when the road is rocky, when you feel like giving up. Be grateful for every lesson, every step forward, and every setback, because every part of the journey is necessary. The greatest minds in history were not those who lived without struggle. They were the ones who embraced the struggle, who saw every challenge as a stepping stone toward their ultimate goal. They were grateful for the journey, not just the destination. So ask yourself, are you ready to think differently? Are you ready to believe in your power? Are you ready to take the necessary action to transform your life? Because when you do, the world will bend to your will. Your mind is the key, your belief is the engine, and your action is the vehicle. When you align all of these, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stand in your way. This is your time. Your success is waiting for you. It all starts with how you choose to think. The power lies within you. It's been there all along, hidden beneath layers of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, waiting for you to unlock it. You have the capacity to change the course of your life. But the question is, will you? Will you rise to the challenge and take ownership of your own destiny? Or will you continue to let life dictate the terms? Success doesn't choose its champions based on talent alone. It doesn't care how many obstacles you've faced or how many times you've stumbled. Success is a mindset. It's the decision to act in the face of adversity, to push forward when the world seems to be conspiring against you. It's the ability to remain focused on your vision, no matter how loud the distractions get. And above all, it's the decision to believe. To believe in yourself and the path you're forging, even when you can't see the way. Napoleon Hill, the man who cracked the code on success, said it best. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This is not just a quote. It's the foundation of everything. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about powerful thinking, deliberate thinking. It's about building the mental fortitude to push through obstacles, to keep your eyes fixed on the prize, and to believe in your worth, even when the world tells you otherwise. Think about the times when you felt like you weren't good enough, when the world told you no, when your own doubts crept in and tried to sabotage your progress. Those moments were never the end. They were just part of the process. The truth is, failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. It's your opportunity to grow, to adapt, to learn, and to refine your strategy. But only if you have the mindset to turn it into something positive. Every time you fail, you're not just closer to your goal. You're evolving. You're becoming more resilient, more resourceful, more determined. Those setbacks, they were necessary. Because no one who has ever achieved greatness has done so without stumbling along the way. Even the greatest minds like Edison or Ford faced immense challenges. They failed time and time again, but they never stopped. They adapted. They learned. And eventually, they succeeded. What separates the dreamers from the doers is the ability to adapt. The world doesn't reward those who cling to outdated ideas or rigid plans. The world rewards those who are flexible, those who can pivot when necessary, who can see opportunity where others see failure. The true mark of a successful person is not their initial idea, but their ability to evolve it, to adjust and refine it as they move forward. But none of this, belief, clarity, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, means a thing if you're not consistent. Success isn't about trying hard for a week, a month, or even a year. It's about consistency over time. It's about showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not, whether the results are visible or not. It's about doing the work when no one is watching. It's about sticking to your vision, even when the road gets tough. Think of it this way. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built brick by brick. Every great empire, every monumental success was the result of years of small, consistent actions. And so will yours. Success doesn't happen overnight, but if you commit to the process, if you keep moving forward, even when it feels like nothing is changing, you will look back one day and see the empire you've built. Discipline is the vehicle that will get you to your destination, but consistency is the fuel that keeps it moving. You can have all the talent, all the drive, all the vision in the world, but if you can't stay consistent, it won't matter. The world will not bend for you if you don't show up. Your success depends on your willingness to push through the hard days, the days when you want to quit, when the temptation to take the easy route calls. Success is for those who show up day after day, relentlessly, no matter what. And in those moments when you're exhausted, when you're ready to throw in the towel, remember, you are not alone. You are a part of something greater than yourself. You are part of a legacy of greatness that has been built by those who came before you. And when you're feeling weak, when the weight of the world seems too heavy, tap into that energy. Tap into the energy of the visionaries, the pioneers, the risk-takers who believed in themselves when no one else did. They paved the way for you. Now it's your turn to carry the torch. But none of this, the belief, the discipline, the consistency, is enough without one final element: resilience. You have to be willing to rise every time you fall. You have to have the strength to stand back up, no matter how many times you're knocked down. Resilience is what will get you through the hardest times. It's what will keep you going when the world tells you to quit. It's what will keep you pushing forward when everything inside you is screaming to stop. Remember this: every great person, Every great success story is built on the foundation of resilience. The road to success is not a smooth, straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But if you're resilient, if you can bounce back from setbacks with more strength and determination than before, you will win. The world will bend for you. You are the master of your fate. You are the architect of your destiny. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, your resilience, they will determine your success. But only if you are willing to step into the arena, to face your fears head-on, and to embrace the journey no matter how difficult it may seem. As you move forward, take this with you. You are more capable than you think. You are stronger than you know. And the world will bend for you when you make the decision to think like a winner. Now is the time. Your destiny is waiting. The world is ready to respond to your vision. All you need to do is believe, take action, and persist. And watch as the world bends not just to your will, but to your greatness. As you stand at the edge of your journey, ready to take the first step towards the life you've always envisioned, know this: the power is within you, always has been, and always will be. What you are about to embark upon is not just a pursuit of success, it's a transformation of self. It's the unveiling of the true potential that resides in you, waiting to be awakened. The key to unlocking this potential is understanding the profound connection between thought and reality. The thoughts that you entertain today shape the world you live in tomorrow. Every belief, every mindset, every decision you make sends ripples into the universe, influencing the circumstances around you. This is not some mystical concept. This is the law of cause and effect. Your mind is the tool through which you create your reality. Your thoughts are the seeds from which everything else grows. But here's the hard truth. Most people are not aware of this power. They allow their thoughts to be governed by fear, by doubt, by external circumstances. They let the world around them dictate their emotions, their actions, their results. This is where you must break the mold. This is where you must rise above. To think like this, like a true master of your own fate, requires a radical shift in your perception. Think of a person like Steve Jobs. Before Apple became the empire it is today, Jobs had a vision. He didn't simply create a product. He created a movement of innovation, of revolutionizing the way we think about technology. Jobs didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for the world to catch up. He decided unequivocally that the world would bend to his vision, and he didn't allow anything, not failure, not criticism, not setbacks, to stop him. You have the same power within you. The question is, will you choose to embrace it? Vision is the force that separates the dreamers from the doers. Your vision is the picture of your future, the place you see yourself going. But it's not just about imagining success. It's about owning that vision. It's about living it every single day, even when the reality you're living in doesn't match the picture in your mind. You must trust in the power of that vision. You must have unwavering faith that it is not only possible, but inevitable. That faith, that certainty, becomes the fuel that drives you forward. It keeps you moving even when the road is unclear, when the path seems uncertain. But here's the catch. Your vision alone is not enough. You must fuel that vision with purpose. And purpose is not a vague idea. Purpose is the reason behind your actions, the fire that burns within you, urging you to keep going, no matter what. Without purpose, you will wander aimlessly. But when your actions are driven by a sense of purpose, you become unstoppable. Purpose gives your actions meaning. It aligns every step with your greater goal. You move forward not out of obligation, but out of a deep internal drive to fulfill what you were meant to accomplish. But even purpose and vision are not enough on their own, because without discipline, all the vision and purpose in the world are meaningless. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's the ability to keep going when it gets tough, to keep your eyes on the goal when distractions arise. It's the ability to do the work when no one is watching, to remain consistent even when the results are not immediate. Take, for example, the story of Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball team. He didn't make the Olympic team his first time trying out, but he had a vision, he had a purpose, and above all, he had the discipline to work every day, no matter how many failures he faced. And because of that discipline, he went on to become one of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen. Discipline is the muscle that makes your dreams real. It's the foundation that supports everything else. And it's not just about working hard. It's about working smart, staying focused on your highest priorities, and aligning your daily actions with your vision. Yet even discipline alone will not be enough if you don't possess the one quality that can transform everything: resilience. Resilience is the power to keep moving forward when the world tries to knock you down. It's the strength to rise from the ashes, time and time again, with even greater determination. It's the unshakable belief that setbacks are not the end. They are simply the beginning of the next chapter. Think of the story of Abraham Lincoln. He failed in business. He lost political races. He even suffered personal tragedies. Yet Lincoln remained resilient. He continued to fight for what he believed in, and ultimately, he became one of the greatest presidents in American history. His resilience was the cornerstone of his success. When life knocks you down, and it will, resilience is what keeps you moving. It's what allows you to bounce back stronger than before. It's the ability to stay in the fight, to keep pushing forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. And make no mistake, life will test you. It will challenge you. But the one who can stay resilient in the face of those challenges is the one who will ultimately win. As you continue on your journey, remember that you are in control. The world will not bend for you if you wait for permission. You must take control of your thoughts, your actions, your destiny. Every decision you make sends a ripple through the world. Every thought, every belief, every action you take shapes your future. When you take ownership of that power, when you stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen, the world will have no choice but to bend to your will. The giants of history didn't wait for the world to come to them. They didn't wait for the stars to align. They created their own opportunities. They defined their own success. And now, it's your turn. Are you ready? Are you ready to take control of your future? To think differently, to believe in yourself, and to persist through every obstacle? Because when you do, when you commit to the power of your own mind, the world will bend for you, and there will be no limit to what you can achieve. It's all inside you. It's all within your grasp. All you have to do is believe, act, and keep moving forward. Success is not a matter of luck. It's a matter of mindset. And when you think like a true champion, nothing can stop you. The world is yours for the taking. Will you claim it?